Welcome to our first hands-on lesson for shutter speeds, where you're going to get out there and take some photos of fast-moving subjects. This is probably the most common use for shutter speeds, in that you want to get a clear, sharp focus for those objects that are moving fast. And you want to, if you have a DSLR, use that shutter priority mode, and it looks like a TV on your camera. TV is actually for time value, and aperture AV is for aperture value. Now that drives me nuts because I can never think of time value, because you never hear anybody refer to it as time value. You always hear it referred to as shutter priority mode, but that is what the TV stands for. Another mode that's going to be on your camera, and in the video I actually forgot to show you this on the DSLR, but I do have it on my DSLR as well. But you're going to find this sports mode with the little guy running. So that's one of the easiest modes to know what it's for me anyway. Obviously, if somebody's running, they're fast, and so this is going to be for anything fast moving, not just people running. I think when I first started with cameras and I saw that, I didn't realize it was for anything fast moving. I thought it was just for my kids playing soccer. So they're for fast moving subjects. And I do want to mention, because I don't think this was clear when you watch the upcoming video, but sometimes the continuous is built into this mode. So try to hold down the shutter button and see if it will take photos continuously when you're in this mode. Some cameras do and some don't, I understand. And talking about sequential or continuous shooting mode, most cameras have an option for it, and the icons look like this. Now, we had a little difficulty with the sun when we were out doing on-location video shooting for you, so I did note that these were not visible when I'm talking about them in the video. So this is what they look like. The first one is single. That's just taking one photo at a time. The second one is continuous low. It often doesn't have that L there. Doesn't in my cameras. It just has the little papers with the three little, it looks like a stacked papers. So it's showing you take a bunch of photos all at the same time. And the continuous high just takes a higher speed. One's a little bit slower than the other. And so the thing of it is when your child is running up to shoot that basket, you want to be on one of these modes where you can just hold down that shutter speed and it takes a ton of photos right in a row, so you don't miss that one shot, because his perfect shot is going to happen so fast. And you can always go back and delete the ones that you don't want later on. This is kind of an important thing for getting those that great photo of somebody running across your screen. Fast shutter speeds, you will remember from the last lesson, are 1/500th of a tenth I can't even say it, or faster. I tend to just look for the 500. You remember from the last lesson, if you see 500 in your screen, it's actually 1/500. So anything that or faster is considered a fast shutter speed. And so we're going to look at now some of, before we go there, let's go here. Some of the photos I took during my photo shoot, and I have my windows set up here so we can actually see over here the exposure time. You'll remember this from one of the very first lessons in our photography class, how to get your window set up to view it like this. For my Olympus, which is my point and shoot camera, you're going to note that well, the first one was taken at 1/500th of a second, and then we have some at 1/1000th, and some at 640. So those are the settings it took it at. These three here, these were taken in that, you'll see when you watch the video, a program mode with the continuous or sequential shooting, and I did try bumping up the exposure value. I think I should have bumped down the exposure value, because if you look at these, we're going to actually look at all these photos, not all of them, some of them, it is a little too bright, and I think I should have tricked it to go down instead of up. But you're going to see here is these three are taken, well, these are taken in that program mode, I believe, and they're actually, you know, not all that bad, but they're not that sharp. I believe these three were taken in the sports mode. So he's so silly. I can't seem to zoom in. It's not letting me zoom in. Usually I get to zoom in. Here we go. So you could see not too bad of a shot. Of course, you have to remember this is a point and shoot and not a DSLR. So, but for the default settings that it has, you're going to note that they're around 1,000. Let's go on in. When I was shooting, these are this is folder number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is everything in this folder is 500ths. This one is 8,000ths, which is the fastest my camera goes. The ones in this folder are 50 or 40, and the ones in this are 4,000, and this one is 1.25. These are just to review what some of the results look like. So for the exposure times, or the time values of 1/500ths, you're going to see that in the TV mode, it gave me a default aperture at this time of an f-stop 14 or 13, but I was on a sunny day. Depending on your light, that may be a little bit different, but that if you get into manual mode, that might help you a little bit on a sunny day to know that that would be the aperture that you might want. And you're going to see these all turned out just fine. They are actually pretty funny. When it doesn't blink out like that, you can actually, I might make a little, it's like a stop motion thing with him going across. It's pretty funny. So, but you're going to see they're all fairly clear when we zoom in. And I actually did not notice much of a difference between this one and the ones taken at the 1/8000th of a second. There's only 4 of them. You're going to notice the f-stop then was 4 because you need a little bit more light if your camera shutter is going to be even faster. But these here are actually pretty clear and look pretty good to me. I'm not sure personally if they're any clearer than the other ones. They both look pretty good to me. So what a goofball. Okay. Whoops, went too far out. These, though, you remember the 50 and the 40 are going to be below that 500 that sets apart the shutter speeds that are fast, and you're going to see here that these are blurry. So sometimes you might want to intentionally give some blur, but I think this setting is even too blurry, so you're not even going to want to go down this far, because that's a little too blurry. And the 4,000ths, here are the f-stops, the 5 and 6.3, 5.6. There's some 4.5s in this range. Oh, here's some 4s that it took on a sunny day, and these all look just as good. Here he comes in the screen. Oh, here. I hope you're laughing. He's so silly. Oh, there's where he decided to take his shirt off. We had to move down some. Of course, we go to the most remote part of the park, where there's like no traffic, and what happens? A dad and his sons come to play in the ball field right where we were at, so we had to move. So these are in two different locations. And the last one I have here is the slowest shutter speed, and I only have one of them, but I just wanted to show you what happens. This is what happens when you have it definitely way too slow. See, it lets in way too much light. You can't even hardly see him in here. Might make a good background for a layout, though. So I have 3 videos here that we're going to watch. This first one is on my point and shoot, and the next one's on my DSLR, and the next one's just a silly one. So let's go ahead and watch this first video.
Okay, here we are. We're starting with the point and shoot this time, and we're at the park, and we've had hubby out there on a skateboard so that I have a little speed. This is going to be the lesson on taking photos of something that is moving fast. You can get your kids out there riding a bike. You can go take pictures of cars moving, a Ferris wheel going round and round, whatever you can find that is moving. When things are moving, you need a very fast shutter speed if you want it to be a crisp clear. Another thing that helps, though, is to find the setting, and in my camera in this point and shoot I found it a little difficult. Under my program mode, which allows me some more manual settings, I can go down and choose it says high speed. Wait a minute, let me go back. This one here, it was giving me helps. There it is. This one here with the little picture, and it has 3 of them stacked up, takes pictures continuously while we hold the shutter button down. And this one has it and has an HI in here, and it says take sequential pictures faster than the sequential shooting. So for these purposes I chose this one, but it doesn't allow me to set my shutter speed. So I tried playing with the exposure compensation. Obviously, if you have more light in something, it's going to trick the camera to tell it, okay, there's enough light to go faster or slower with the shutter speed. But I really didn't have a whole lot of success, but that's an idea for you to try to trick the camera. Or if your camera has a different setup, you might have other options. Let's go up to the special setting for, is it iAuto? No. Hold on, I gotta find it. There's some kids playing ball over there. The scene mode. Okay, this is what we want. Mine is SCN. Some of them will say scene, or might be abbreviated differently. And if you go into your settings, you should have an icon that looks like this, the little guy running. That means action. that means a fast shutter speed. And so I was able to go in here with this setting and take some pretty cool photos of hubby going by on his skateboard. Shh, he's not really that fast. And that was successful. I tried seeing if I could, you remember there's all sorts of other settings in here, and each one of them is going to affect either the aperture or the shutter speed. And so I am aware that the fastest shutter speed in here, because I've done some playing with the camera and holding down to see how long the shutter was open, is the fireworks setting. And that turned out to make him just a blur. So remember that even though you have other settings in here, and this one may be for cuisine, you might want to try it just to play if you have the time, if it's not an important shot. But if it's an important shot, you may want to go for the one you know works. But while you're playing, you can go around and see if one of these others works. If it's an important shot, stick with the little guy running if you don't want to miss something like your son's soccer game and him running by. I wish you can see I can't get the continuous shoot in this mode. Not sure why, but maybe your camera will.
Okay, and so that is it.
Okay,
for
here we are. We're
the
starting
Olympus one. And let's go in to open up the next one. It may take a minute for this to open up on my screen. And I do know that I think while doing this, the reflection of my face was actually at the camera, but you can still see the numbers. And so if I would have smiled a whole lot more if I would have realized my reflection was in there. It is so difficult. We had the car behind us and an umbrella over us to try to get the reflection from not being in the camera, and oh goodness. Here it comes.
Okay, here we are with my Canon 40D DSLR, and we're getting the things in motion. And so I am on the TV shutter priority mode. This is the mode where you get to choose the shutter priority, and it automatically chooses the aperture for you. And over here is an important thing to note. I'm going to turn on this here and scroll the wheel down here, and you're going to see here is that familiar that we saw with the point and shoot camera, little like paper with the 3 stacked papers. And if I do it one more, the timer is also in here, but you also have the little stacked papers with the H behind it also. And so we can choose that setting, so that one of those 2 settings, so that it will take the photos quickly in a series, so that you don't miss that shot as the person is moving across the screen. It'll take a bunch of them right in a row together. And so I'm going to go ahead and turn on the live view here. And you see if I turn my wheel, it's changing the shutter priority right here. And you see I have it set on 500. You'll remember from our discussion in the first shutter priority, first lesson about shutter priority basics, that 500 or faster is considered fast. So if you're trying to get somebody moving along quickly, or if you're trying to get your kid at a soccer game, you're going to want it to be at least 1/500th of a second or faster. And if I want faster, I'm going to go like this, and mine goes all the way up to 8,000. Now there may be times when you want to slow it down for some artistic effects, and we might discuss that in other lessons. But for the most part, we're staying within these ranges. And so we can see this in action. Hubby's going to go on out there with his skateboard. Hopefully this motorcycle coming won't come this way. But go ahead and get your there's a motorcycle coming by. You can't be at a park and not have interruptions. So there went the motorcycle, and hubby is getting out there on his skateboard, and I'm watching him, and as he goes by, I'm going to hold this down, and it took about 4 different shots in a row. Let's look at him quickly. Wait, don't go till I'm done, till I'm ready. You can see him. I kind of turned it a little too quickly, so let's try it again. Here's our jump mode. So here he comes again, and this is so easy. So let's see what we got. Looks like I might have taken him a little too soon again. Let's try it again. Sometimes it's timing. Okay, I took about, I don't know, 20 photos there, because the longer I held down the shutter button, the longer it went. You saw when there was a red light. Let's take a peek at them. There he is. I don't know what he's doing there. There he is, skating across the screen. These are actually old ones. When we were down by the ball field earlier, there he is going by. He's not doing anything fun. Can we get you to do something fun, like you know, take your shirt off? Okay, if you want. We're gonna get on live mode. Oh, here comes the shirt. He's throwing at me like he's a rock star, throwing it at his audience. I'm trying to get the most. Now bend down and do the little surfing dude thing. Yeah, thumbs up would be good. Can you manage all that and stay on top of the thing? He's you can't see him over there making actions. Go, go, go. So I'm gonna pick up this camera here and make sure you get him going by. Go by one more time. We're gonna zoom out, and here is our artist at hand. Go, go, go. Doesn't he look great? Okay, that was fun.
Okay, that was a little more silly and fun than anything. The shutter speed and going to fast shutter speed, and in this particular lesson, it's a little bit more in the next lesson where we're going to be doing water. So in this lesson, just get some object that's moving fast, a car, a person. Don't go do the water yet, because that's going to be the next lesson. That's going to be a little bit more to it, I think, than this lesson. And so I have my next video, and it is strictly him being silly afterwards, just so we could have some fun, because he was out there on that skateboard.
As ready as I'm gonna get.
Okay, well, we're filming, so go for it.
Yeah, here I go.
Woohoo!
Yeah, look at me.
I'm waiting for you to fall, so we can have
For me to go
bloopers.
whack,
Oh,
huh?
look at you, so cool with with your foot on it to lift it up like a cool teenager, you know.
That's a cool technique, isn't it?
Yeah, let's see you do some more cool techniques. How low can you go?
Me whacking out.
How low can you go?
How low can you go?
Woo! Look at that.
If I had a stick, I could do that stand-up paddle.
Sup?
Sup?
That's what they do in Hawaii.
Sup, bro, daddy.
Sup?
Sup? Suck 'em up.
Stand up paddling. That stands for stand up paddling. They do that in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Sup?
I'm going to Hawaii right now. I'm on my way with my skateboard to stand-up paddle.
You've got your hula hula Hawaii shorts on even.
That's right. I got my khaki wackies on.
Khaki wackies.
Woo! Shake that grass shirt. shack, baby. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go.
Go, 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 go. Woo, look at you go.
Oh, whack out.
That's not a wipeout.
I said whack out.
A whack out. That's not a whack out either. I want to see a whack out.
Oh, you want to see me crash and burn?
I do.
You want to see strawberry burns?
No, I don't want you hurt. I just want to see you crash and burn.
I'm a screamer. You don't want this.
Okay.
Ah, ah.
Ooh, look at that boy go. He's just like a teenager. How old are you?
Only not as a dip.
I said, how old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
Oh, man, let me get my Bacchus.
You're a Bacchus.
Last the Chinese guy still got it. I can't get it back.
One more. Give me a good one.
All right. Is that a good one?
No, I mean like a really good ride.
No.
Give me a good ride.
Careful now.
Get your mind out of the gutter. That wasn't very good.
Felt good to me. I mean that in that sort of way, of course. Try again.
Last time, last chance to give me a good one.
Last chance.
Do something funny.
Do something funny?
Yeah,
Crash and burn?
make faces, and then we'll do some more with the camera.
Make faces, okay. Oh, Aerosmith for you. Kiss this. Kiss this.
All right, stop. That's going a little too far.
A little too late to do the right thing now.
Oh, such a silly guy. So that one was just for fun. So get out there and take your photos with objects moving fast. No water, please. And share them for this lesson. And I look forward to seeing what you're going to do.